morning. I'm going to do an Ezpap. So the first thing I'm going to do is check the patient's chart to see if they're a post-op patient or if they have laser treatment, anything like that for this treatment. So then I would knock on the door, introduce myself, and then I would check the ID band, and then I proceed to listen to the lungs and then check the vital signs, and then I would instruct the patient on what we'll be doing. So with the Ezpap, this will help the patient breathe better. It'll help loosen up those secretions to cough them up, to clear out those lungs and to help the lung sounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is set this up. So I'm going to get this ready. So this one you're going to hook to an oxygen source. So I'm going to hook it up to Thorpe 2 Quick Connect there. And so what I'll do is I'll place it onto the device, connect that up there. Then I will get it comes with a disposable manometer. So this disposable manometer will be connected right here to this little port. There's a couple ports. The bigger one is for the oxygen. The smaller one is for the manometer here. Make sure it is all the way on and it is at a place where we can read the meter. And then we'll set the rubber band here. It has a little band on it. We'll set it to where it needs to be set at. And then we will hook it up to the oxygen source here. And since we have it hooked up to there, we will turn it on. At least 5 liters per minute to have a nice good flow through the machine. And we'll instruct the patient to hold it like this and to instruct them not to cover the mouthpiece or the inpiece here, so that way it doesn't occlude the opening and mess with the treatment. So the first thing we're going to do is to explain how they're going to do it. So we're going to have them take a 1-to-3 or 1-to-4 ratio. So we're going to have them breathe in, take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale. So they breathe in, then exhale. And so we would have them do that for a few times. And then after every treatment also, we would have them cough and to see if they can cough up anything and see how much they cough up. And if they need a sample, then we would have a sample cup for them to cough the sputum sample into, and then we can chart down what it looks like, if it has a distinct odor, anything like that. And so with this, you can also connect it with a nebulizer treatment. This would be removed and we would have this covered, that port covered, and it would have a T-piece with a little medication down at the bottom for them to get a treatment. So when we are done with this, after they've done it a few times, we don't want it too many times as it can cause them to pass out, anything like that. So when we're done, we'll shut this off, remove it from the oxygen source. And then we would dispose of the manometer, and we would dispose of that and disconnect the tubing, trying to keep it sterile, not to touch too many things with it, just because this will be used again for their treatment. And then we would cover up the port where the manometer was. We'd cover that up, and then we would let this air dry. We don't want them to wash it, so instruct them not to put it in water or anything like that. That it needs to be air dried. And then the mouthpiece is what you can wash. You can wash it with sterile water. So once that's done, we would wash that and let it air dry. So when we were ready, then I would go ahead and do the post-vital signs. I would listen to their lungs to see if the treatment is helping. If not, then I would notify the doctor that it wasn't working. And so when I'm ready, then I would go chart everything on the patient's chart. When I'm done with the patient, after repositioning them, I'd chart everything and let all the staff that needs to know, let them know.